thanks for clicking on this video. I'm definitely super excited for tonight. If you saw my last video, I'm living alone for a couple of weeks and I'm officially almost halfway through the second week. I figured it's definitely time for me to have a self-care night. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is wash my bed sheets because there's no better feeling than getting into a fresh bed with clean sheets after an evening of self-care. I have two goals for this video. The first one is I want it to feel like a FaceTime call. I want to have all the girly sleepover vibes. And two, I want to have a self-care night. By the way, thanks for clicking on this video. I'm so glad you're here. Downstairs now and I'm going to get like a fun drink. Ooh, okay, I'm going to have a little mocktail. I'm not gonna mix it with anything, but they sell these at Aldi. I don't know if you have that store. It's like a really cheap grocery store. It's literally so good. So I'm gonna pour this in like maybe a wine glass. Just be a little bougie. That literally just went everywhere. I don't know if you saw that. Let me just clean this up a little. So yeah, this is literally just sparkling like watermelon juice. There's no alcohol in it, but cheers. It's so good. If you have an Aldi near you, you have to get it. That literally felt so therapeutic. I googled random journal prompts and I picked that one and I'm so glad that I did because one of my love languages is words of affirmation. It literally just felt so special and I just feel like emotional about it, but I highly encourage you to do that journal prompt because I did not realize how therapeutic that would be. While the bath is filling up, I'm actually gonna start on the Q&A. I asked some questions over on my Instagram, as well as I put an anonymous question link there, so I'm gonna answer those now while I get ready for the bath. The first question is, how do you manage your time having a 9-to-5 job, being a wife, and creating content? Would love some tips on time management. Girl. I am still trying to figure that out. It has been really hard creating YouTube videos every week and then also having time for other things, but I think the biggest thing is you have to choose what you're going to prioritize. You can't do everything, and so right now I prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, getting a YouTube video up every week, spending quality time with my husband probably like 2 to 3 nights per week, and of course working my job because I have to. But that means that I don't have the time to go out with my friends. I don't always have the time to work out and focus on fitness. There's just things that you have to choose what's more important and what's not. Another thing is that I write everything in my planner and I try to be as organized as possible. I just try to make the most efficient use of my time when I am spending it on certain things such as YouTube. You just have to choose what's worth sacrificing in order to reach the goals that you have, and that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. Another thing is just like limiting your phone as a distraction, because I waste so much time on my phone. So when I'm editing videos, I've actually started to watch Study With Me live streams, and that helps keep me off of my phone, which saves so much time in the long run. How is your stomach? Love your vlogs. Thank you for asking. That's so sweet. My stomach is so much better ever since I cut out gluten from my diet. And honestly, it makes me so sad that, like, you know, there will be like pizza or muffins at my work and I'm not able to eat it. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad that my stomach's not in all of that pain anymore. Let me go check on the water in the tub. Wow, this is so intimate. Dream job. You guys, okay, I've been thinking about making a video about this. I don't have a dream job. I grew up thinking that I wanted to be a teacher, and then I decided that that's not really what I wanted to do. So I went to college and I majored in psychology because I literally had no idea what I wanted to do. And I still don't have a dream job, and I think that that's something that should be normalized, but I really wish that I did. I think if anything, this would be my dream job. Just be able to make content and get paid for that, have a flexible work life and work for myself, not work a 9 to 5. How many kids do you want to have? My husband and I have settled on 3. I've kind of always wanted 4 and he really wants 2, so I think we're good with 3, but I kind of am leaning towards like maybe being okay with just 2. Don't tell him that though. Were you scared of life after graduating? Like moving out, being on your own, budgeting, getting a job? Yes. I definitely was, because I had no idea what I was doing. And I think like this goes back to like the dream job question. When I graduated college, I did not know what job to look for, if I could get a job that paid well, what my plans were after college. And yeah, I think that that's definitely such a big transition in your life that it's normal to have anxiety over it and stress over it and be a little bit fearful of it, but everything always works out. So that's just kind of what I remind myself in any type of big life transition, is sometimes me worrying is just for nothing. I've heard this, that when you worry about something, you're essentially putting yourself through it twice. How are you feeling about YouTube lately, your growth, still enjoying making videos, etc.? I am feeling really good about YouTube. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I definitely slowed down a lot, but I just feel like really content with every video that I'm putting out recently. And I actually finally started using Final Cut Pro. This will be the 3rd video that I'm editing on it. I'm really starting to connect with you guys, and that makes me so happy. Like, I feel like I'm getting to know you guys so much more, and some of you have even reached out to me on Instagram, which like literally makes my day. I appreciate you guys so much, so thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your comments. But yeah, I'm just so excited to see like where this channel goes and where this takes me. Do you think living together with your boyfriend before marriage is a good idea? This is a very controversial question. I'm gonna preface this by saying everybody has a right to their own opinion. Every single couple is different. I'm just gonna say from my experience, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but we chose to not live with each other prior to getting married. We have a few reasons as to why. One is we wanted something to change when you get married. If you live together and then you get married, your day-to-day life doesn't really change, and we wanted it to be like the next step in our relationship and move in together because we were married. It just seemed like so much more exciting. Another reason is that we believe that when you marry someone, you are saying I do to this person for forever, but prior to getting married, you don't have that type of commitment. If for whatever reason you do break up, it's so much harder because you're already living with that person and you have all of your things together, you bought things together, you might even have an animal together. Obviously, you don't go into it thinking that you're gonna break up, but that type of stuff happens all the time. Also, I just wanted to say that, like, especially for somebody like me, if I was in a relationship that turned bad and I knew that I needed to leave, it would be so much harder for me to break up with that person if I was living with them already. Now, a lot of people say they want to live together before marriage because they want to see like what that person is like, how they roll their toothpaste or just like the little things in life. But if you truly love the person, those little things definitely aren't deal breakers. Also, like for us, moving in together after we got married was such an easy transition. Honestly, like everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but to me, it's so much more special when you can move in together after you've made that commitment to one another. Introvert or extrovert? I'm assuming they're asking if I'm an introvert or extrovert. From all the tests that I've taken and from what I've learned about myself, I actually fall like directly in the middle. I tend to get energy from other people. However, I am more shy. I do struggle with social anxiety. I have COVID. Any show recommendations? I'm so sorry that you're sick. That sucks. One of my favorite shows is Psych. It's so funny. If you're into like action shows, I would say The Night Agent is a really good one. I love The Flash. I know that's like very niche. If you like more like fantasy type, I used to watch Once Upon a Time. I used to absolutely love that show. I love Survivor. That's a really good one. I feel like I'm missing so many, but those are like my top recommendations right now, and I hope that you feel better soon. Biggest red flags. In my opinion, it's a red flag if they're still friends with their exes and if they still hang out with their exes. Everyone has their own opinion, and if that's okay with you and the other person, then that's fine. If their words don't align with their actions, if they're saying one thing and then doing another, like that's a red flag. Oh, like another red flag is like if they're lazy. Like if they don't have drive and they don't have like goals in life, I feel like that's slightly a red flag. I keep forgetting about this. This one isn't a question, but it says you should get a tattoo. That's such a permanent thing. I don't know that I would have like one thing that I would permanently want on my body for the rest of my life. So I feel like I won't get a tattoo unless I had something that was like incredibly meaningful to me. My little sister-in-law is nice to me, but recently I heard her saying to the other big sister-in-law that I keep asking about her a lot and I bothered her. I feel like my value in front of the big sister has decreased. I'm a little confused about the situation. It seems like someone is upset that you're asking about them. If you're asking about them because you care about them, then I don't understand why they would be upset about that. Maybe if you could just talk to that person that was upset directly, maybe just explain why you were asking about her, and if it was because it's out of care for her, then explain that. But I'm not really sure why she's getting upset about that, to be honest, and I'm sorry. I need to hurry up and get out of here. Up all the hot water, so then when I go to shower afterwards, there's none left. Alright, we are out of the shower now, and I'm wearing one of the only matching PJ sets that I have, which if you're having a self-care night, you gotta throw on a matching PJ set. One of the questions is, what is your hair care routine? Okay, so I wash my hair every other day, and I literally just use shampoo and conditioner. The Suave brand that I buy from Walmart, that's my entire hair care routine. That's pretty bad. Okay, so I feel like it would be fun to maybe get like a hair serum or like those like hair masks and maybe add some spice into it, but that's literally my entire routine. And then another hair question that I got was, how do you ask your hairstylist to cut your hair? It's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, so first of all, my mom has her cosmetology license, so she's been cutting my hair pretty much my entire life. And then I went to like a salon for like the first time this past time that I got my hair cut. And okay, so this is what I asked for. It's so simple. I get like 3 to 4 inches cut off the bottom every time because split ends, all that stuff. And then I get like does that make sense? Like cut on both sides, just a little bit, so that these hairs up front are shorter. But literally that's it. I don't get layers, I don't get anything. Like it's so boring. Like I don't really know much about hair. So trim off the bottom and then down the sides. Another question, if you could only have one skincare product, what would you pick? This is very similar to the hair routine. My skincare routine is like so simple. I use face wash, vitamin C serum, moisturizer, and that's literally it. Okay, I would say my favorite product is probably the moisturizer. The brand that I use is Andalou Naturals, and I actually just bought another moisturizer from them. This one's the rejuvenating cream, and then the original one that I used was the probiotic and C renewal cream. I recently just bought the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant because I've heard really, really good things about this. Okay, so I have a gua sha, and I never use it, but I'm like kind of wanting to tonight since it's the whole self-care night type thing. I'm definitely very open to trying new skincare because my skin is definitely not where I want it to be. I really don't love my skin how it is. Honestly, like, okay, sleepover vibes, let's get vulnerable. I am still like insecure about not wearing makeup because I don't love the texture of my skin and the look of my skin and just how I look without makeup, to be honest. I very, very rarely ever go out without makeup. Like, I'll come on camera without it, but when it comes to like going out, yeah, very, very rarely. Alright, so obviously I don't use this very often, so if I look like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't know what I'm doing. Share one of your favorite memories with your husband. I feel like obviously like the wedding day is probably the one that like sticks out to me the most. And it was so special. Like, okay, my favorite moment maybe from the wedding is right when we got married, we exchanged our vows, all that stuff. When we walked back down the aisle together, it was like such a surreal and sweet moment because that was like the first time that we were alone that day before like the wedding party comes back down the aisle with the photographer, all that stuff. And so we had like a split second of being alone and like we just hugged. Oh my gosh, it was just such a special moment. I really don't know if I'm doing this right. What was your favorite show when you were a kid? I don't know, I feel like I was like a Disney Channel girly. Probably like Good Luck Charlie. I liked Austin and Ally. Oh my gosh, I used to watch The Magic School Bus. Please comment down below if you've seen The Magic School Bus. My parents didn't really let us watch a lot of TV as kids. How long am I supposed to do this for? I better wake up looking snatched tomorrow. I don't think that's how this works. I appreciate you, and this girls' night was so fun. I honestly felt like we were having a little sleepover, so hope you also enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!